Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for July 11, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We have a series of significant global developments to cover today. First, the NATO summit in Ankara, Turkey, has concluded with discussions on various strategic issues, including the United States' stance on territorial control. The U.S. has also announced plans to provide Ukraine with a license to build its own Patriot defense systems, marking a notable shift in support for the country amidst its ongoing conflict with Russia. In other news, Democratic Senate candidate Graham Plattner has officially withdrawn from the main Senate race following multiple allegations of sexual assault and controversy. This move is expected to impact the dynamics of the race, which was seen as one of the most competitive Senate contests in the country. Additionally, the Trump administration has announced its support for a bipartisan bill that would impose heavy tariffs on countries purchasing Russian oil, aiming to increase economic pressure on Moscow and bring an end to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This development is seen as a major victory for Ukraine, which has been fighting against Russian aggression for 4 years. Lastly, the World Cup has seen record-breaking viewership in the United States, with the recent match becoming the most watched English-language broadcast of a game not involving the U.S. team in history. These developments underscore the complex and interconnected nature of global politics, defense, and popular culture. We will continue to monitor these situations and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. We've been following several developing stories over the past few days, including the escalating tensions between the U.S. and Iran, a tragic plane crash in the Bahamas that claimed multiple lives, and Cuba's deepening energy crisis, which has resulted in 2 nationwide blackouts in just 5 days. Regarding the situation in the Middle East, we urge all parties involved to exercise restraint and seek a peaceful resolution to this conflict. The delicate dance of escalation and retaliation is volatile, and we will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. In the Bahamas, our thoughts are with the families and loved ones of those affected by the small plane crash that occurred on Friday in North Andros. The investigation into the cause of the crash is ongoing, and we will provide updates as necessary. Meanwhile, in Cuba, millions of people are struggling with severe energy shortages, which have been exacerbated by the U.S. economic embargo and the recent cutoff of oil supplies. We urge all parties involved to work towards a resolution that prioritizes the well-being and needs of the Cuban people. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges we face in our global community, from geopolitical tensions to natural disasters and humanitarian crises. At AIDailyPress, we remain committed to bringing you accurate, unbiased, and informative reporting on the issues that matter most. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. The company has successfully listed on the Nasdaq stock exchange, raising $2.5 billion in its initial public offering. This move marks a major coup for SK Hynix, providing it with a substantial war chest to invest in research and development, expand its production capacity, and bolster its position in the highly competitive tech landscape. We're also examining the impact of ongoing tensions in the Middle East on global markets, which saw slight gains overnight despite concerns over trade tensions and economic slowdown. In corporate news, companies like Computacenter and InSilico Medicine have seen significant gains after releasing positive earnings updates. As SK Hynix begins its new chapter as a publicly traded company on the Nasdaq, investors will be closely watching its performance and progress in navigating challenges and seizing opportunities for growth. Our expert analysts will provide insights into these developments and what they mean for investors and the broader tech sector. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, a team of researchers led by Dr. Ignazio Ciuffolini has made a groundbreaking discovery in our understanding of gravity and space-time. By utilizing 2 satellites, LA GEOS and LAYERS, They were able to confirm a key prediction made by Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity with an incredibly small margin of error. This experiment not only reinforces our understanding of gravity, but also provides new insights into the intricate dance between the Earth, Moon, and Sun. In another significant development, China has successfully demonstrated reusable rocket technology by catching a booster from its new Long March 10B rocket using a massive net. This achievement puts China on par with the United States and companies like SpaceX, which have been pioneering reusability in rocket launches. The Long March 10B is designed to carry up to 20 tons of cargo to low Earth orbit, making it an attractive option for the growing commercial launch market. Lastly, the Zooniverse platform has surpassed 1 billion classifications contributed by volunteers from around the world. This remarkable milestone is a testament to the power of collective inquiry and human ingenuity. With NASA's support, the Zooniverse has enabled millions of individuals to participate in cutting-edge scientific research, transforming the way we explore the universe and our place within it. These achievements remind us that the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey that requires collaboration, creativity, and passion for exploration. As we continue to push the boundaries of human understanding, we're excited to see what the future holds for science and technology. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First off, we've got the Los Angeles Rams' tight end situation, which has sparked a heated debate among NFL experts and fans alike. Despite having 5 quality tight ends on the roster, none of them made it to ESPN's top 10 list, raising questions about whether the team has enough top-end talent to compete with other top teams. However, with players like Colby Parkinson and Terrence Ferguson showing promise, the Rams might just prove their doubters wrong. Next up, we're examining the Denver Broncos, who have undergone a remarkable transformation under Sean Payton's guidance. With the acquisition of Jalen Waddle, the team is looking to elevate their offense and make a serious run for Super Bowl 61. But, as we all know, predicting NFL games is inherently unpredictable, and the Broncos will face tough challenges in the AFC West Division. Lastly, we're shifting our focus to college basketball, where the Texas Longhorns have made a significant splash by landing highly touted prospect Marcus Spears Jr. This commitment has catapulted the Longhorns to the top of national recruiting rankings, and with Spears Jr.'s exceptional abilities, the team is poised to make a deep run in the upcoming season. These stories and more will be explored in depth in our articles, so be sure to check them out for all the latest analysis and insights. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we'll visit Cheech, a family-friendly neighborhood bar that's become a staple in its community. This establishment is more than just a place to grab a bite. It's a hub where people come together to feel a sense of belonging. With its bold flavors, generous portions, and warm hospitality, Cheech embodies the spirit of connection and tradition. Next, we'll head to the Minnesota State Fair, also known as the Great Minnesota Get-Together. This iconic event is a celebration of American cuisine, showcasing creative and mouth-watering dishes that reflect the nation's diverse cultural heritage. From traditional state fair flavors to innovative new creations, the options are endless and tantalizing. Finally, we'll travel to Thailand's Kalasin province, where a team of paleontologists has made a groundbreaking discovery. The unveiling of the Eurygosaurus kalasinensis, a plant-eating dinosaur with an unusually long neck, has opened new avenues for understanding prehistoric life on Earth. This extraordinary find highlights the importance of preserving and studying fossil sites to uncover the mysteries of our planet's history. These stories remind us that whether we're exploring the world of food, culture, or science, there's always something new to discover and appreciate. So join us as we delve into these fascinating tales and explore the complexities and beauty of life on Earth. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk? We've got a jam-packed morning ahead of us, folks, with all the latest scoop from Tinseltown and beyond. First up, Taylor Swift's wedding to NFL star Travis Kelce is still making headlines, and we're not just talking about the A-list guest list or the stunning visuals. It turns out that Swift paid a whopping $160,000 for an event permit at Madison Square Garden, which covered costs like NYPD deployments and traffic management. Now, some people are grumbling about the expense, but let's be real. This kind of high-profile event brings in serious cash for the city. Oh, grow up. It's not like Swift is footing the bill out of her own pocket or anything. And by the way, she and Kelce donated a cool $26 million to charity ahead of the wedding, so can we please just give them a break? I mean, come on, moving right along, we've got some fascinating news from the world of music. Anthony Hopkins, yes, that Anthony Hopkins, has released a classical music album called Life is a Dream. Now, this isn't your typical actor-turned-musician vanity project. Hopkins has been working on this for years, and the result is actually pretty stunning. The Philharmonia Orchestra performs his original compositions, which are inspired by his family, upbringing, and life experiences. It's a departure from his usual acting gigs, but trust me on this, the man's got talent pouring out of every pore. And finally, horror fans are having a bit of a meltdown over the latest installment in the Evil Dead franchise, Evil Dead Burn. Apparently, it's been getting slammed for being too self-conscious and pretentious, with some critics saying it prioritizes gore and shock value over actual storytelling. Face it, darling, when you're making a horror movie, you need to bring your A-game, or else you'll end up with a mess on your hands. Director Eugene O'Neill's decision to blend family drama and melodrama into the mix hasn't exactly paid off, and now the franchise is at a crossroads. Please, can we just get back to some good old-fashioned horror magic? Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenitcher.
Thank you, Joan. First, we have the enigmatic Pallas's cat, a small wild feline native to Central Asia. Despite its growing popularity on social media, this species remains poorly understood, and experts warn that its notoriety may not necessarily translate to effective conservation efforts. The Pallas's cat is threatened by habitat fragmentation, human-wildlife conflict, and climate change, which are all taking a toll on its populations. Next, we have the heartwarming tale of Willie Tucker, a renowned conservationist who has spent over 3 decades protecting chimpanzees in Sierra Leone. His selfless work has earned him the prestigious Disney Conservation Hero Award, and he continues to inspire a new generation of conservationists. Lastly, we're following a decade-long effort to restore a degraded ecosystem in the Pacific Northwest through beaver reintroduction, which is facing a significant setback due to plans by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to raise the spillway crest of the sediment retention structure. This could undo years of restoration work and threaten the habitat of native fish species. These stories remind us that conservation is a complex and ongoing process that requires concerted efforts from local communities, governments, and international cooperation. We will continue to provide updates on these stories as more information becomes available. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenitcher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.